Hey guys, MCU Collector here with a new video, and I just picked these up literally just now, just got home from Target. Some of the Avengers Endgame basic figures. So I'll be doing separate videos, hopefully each one should be pretty short, but I picked up 3 different ones. The Chitauri, the new Iron Spider, so I could compare it to the Infinity War one, and I know it's pretty much almost the exact same, but the legs are different, so some differences. And then I picked up the Ant-Man in the time travel suit, but he has that shrinking effect, so it'll be really cool. But in this video, the first one, we're going to go over the Chitauri Soldier. The only reason why I picked this one up is so I can actually have a Chitauri figure in my collection. Now, the tricky thing is I have the old Marvel Select from the first Avengers movie, but I don't like this figure. It looks cool from afar, but it's very weird. The articulation is really bad. And it looks okay. It's bigger, it's a 7-inch scale, so, I mean, the Chitauri were taller than the Avengers, so it kind of works, but I just don't really care for the figure, so at least I'll now have a proper Hasbro Chitauri. Even though it's not Legends, it's better than nothing, and I will have him in my display. I may pick up a second one so I can put him with the first Avengers movie, but this one will be between my Infinity War Endgame, because I think I'm just going to have to kind of mix the two, because there's so many figures I would have to get. But anyway, let's get right to it. So the packaging looks cool. We got to look at the Chitauri, and we see that this looks awesome figure. Super not detailed, like, at all. This looks great. This, not so much. So it's not a great figure. It's good for a basic figure because, again, basic figure, less details, only 10 bucks. I get it. So we see Avengers, the same packaging that we see with other figures. Now, the newest wave has Iron Spider, Black Panther, the new Captain America with the scaled suit in the final battle. It's also repacked with the Iron Man and the time travel suit with the Iron Man helmet, which isn't accurate, and the Ant-Man with the shrinking effect. So again, look out for those videos, probably later today, probably soon, but pretty cool. So we're looking at the bio on the Chitauri. The bio reads, the Chitauri invade Earth under the command of the evil Thanos. So that's pretty cool. I'm not sure if it's going to help you guys out, but here is the UPC there. I don't have a DPCI because at Target the system was kind of weird. Like, I didn't even pay sales tax, so I think they had to manually enter it or something was kind of up, so I don't have a proper DPCI for you guys. But there it is. Let's open it up. Let's check it out and compare it to the Marvel Select. Okay, so here is the basic Chitauri figure out of the package. And first of all, I want to show kind of what size he is and how tall he is. He's going to check in just under 6 inches, whereas the Marvel Select figure is actually going to clock in just under 8 inches, about 7 3/4. So huge difference between the two. We look at him compared to a standard Marvel Legends figure like Iron Man Mark 50. You could see there is a huge size difference between the two, and they do not scale well at all because Chitauri should be a little bit bigger than the Avengers. We look at the Marvel Select compared to a Marvel Legend figure, and you could see that is not very good either. And I can't get the Chitauri figure to stand up, which is one of the major problems that I have with this figure. You can see that's a little bit closer, but although the Chitauri, I would say, is probably a little bit taller than he should be compared to how they looked in the first Avengers movie. But there you have it. So let's go over the articulation on this guy and take a closer look and look at his accessory. Okay, so here is a closer look at the figure, and then here is a closer look at the weapon accessory. Now, it's pretty plain. It's done in this off-white, grayish, weird bone color looking plastic, and then a little bit of pink paint there on the end. Now, the odd thing about this weapon is he can't hold it. There's no way for him to do that unless you just kind of rest it on his arms. The fingers aren't articulated. The wrist isn't articulated. It won't really fit in his hands unless you kind of force it between his fingers and see if he can hold it, which I can't even seem to do at the moment unless you do something weird like that. But this thing really doesn't work. But it's cool that he comes with something, I guess. But anyway, so here on this figure, so these basic figures are an 11 points of articulation. So they are not 5 POA. 5 POA would be just standard shoulder, legs, and head movement. So they've upped them a little bit on these figures, but still not a lot. So you have the head which can swivel. That way there's no hinge on the neck. It's just a ball joint there. The head does come off, so you just snap it on there. So side to side motion, I guess you get a little bit of pivot, but that's still only the 1 point of articulation. The shoulders would be a second point, and you can get the shoulders going up that high. Then they also do a rotation, so there's 2 points of articulation on the shoulder. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far. And then the elbow is a single jointed elbow, gives you a standard 90-degree. There's also a swivel, so again, 2 more there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The legs just go not even back, just forward that much, and that's it. No articulation at the knees, no articulation at the feet. What would really set these figures apart was if they had knee articulation. Now, correct me if I'm wrong for all you DC fans. The basic DC figures, I believe, have knee articulation also, but you guys let me know if that's right or wrong. And then they usually have more accessories. So it is what it is. Now, the figure itself, again, is okay looking. There's not a whole lot to it. You get this gray skin tone color throughout. Some of the armor pieces are done in this... it's like a silver bronzy color, like a very light bronze color, and then you get the armor kind of throughout the forearm into the hand. You have it around the neck, and you actually get it on the back as well, and then the boots are all kind of armored that way, and then you can see his toes coming out. You get that same gray color skin color there. The costume itself is basically just a dark gray or black color, a little bit of that bronze throughout here. And then you get a little bit of pink paint right in there, and then right in there. Other than that, there's not a whole lot else to it. So again, it's a basic figure. That's all there is to it. So it's decent to just as a filler to stand in the collection. I'm good with it. Now let's take a look at the differences with the Select. So on the Select, I'm just zooming out a little bit. You could see there's a lot more detail in the Marvel Select figure, in which there should be, because when you get a bigger scale figure, it's easier to do a lot of the details. Now, surprisingly, I thought this would be, you could still get this figure pretty cheap as far as being like the only Chitauri soldier figure that there is. It didn't, I don't believe, sold very well. So I actually picked mine up for 25 bucks standard retail. You could probably maybe even find it a little bit cheaper on eBay. The problems with it is you see the arms don't go straight down. So that's it there. The articulation is very limited. This ab crunch, that's it. There's that and that. You can see hardly any difference. What was the point of even doing that? Either the joints are very stiff or they just don't move at all, but that's it. So that's it from there to there. Not a lot. There's a little bit of pivot side to side that way. Not a whole lot. They're on ball joint on the hips, and I can only get the legs out that far apart. Not a whole lot there. You get a double jointed knee, which is good. The ankle, you actually get a pivot and stuff, but the foot fits a little weird, and it's hard to get him to stand up the way the shape of the feet are. But again, from a distance, the figure looks pretty good. I can't even get that arm down. But it's not the best, and actually some of that armor on the head is actually coming off on mine. I guess that glue came undone. But it's an okay figure, a little bit out of scale, so it doesn't quite work in the display. I'll still be using this new Hasbro one because I like to keep all the Hasbro figures together, I guess. But, it's not a bad alternative. But there it is. So, not bad for 10 bucks. Definitely not bad for, I guess, the 25 bucks that you could probably get it for. He comes with this balcony piece here, which is actually pretty cool, I guess. That's the good thing about Marvel Select figures. They have pretty cool accessories from time to time. But it is what it is. So those are the two figures. You guys let me know what you guys think of them down in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up if you guys liked the video. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And then let me know. You guys going to be picking up this Chitauri figure if you see him in store? Only 10 bucks. That's it. Thanks guys for watching.